This is Vietnamese vegetarian food. Have you ever heard of that? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. And I am back here in Orange County in Westminster because I'm going to be checking out another Vietnamese spot. Behind me is a restaurant called NDH Vegetarian Restaurant. I have never been to a vegetarian restaurant before, a restaurant that specializes in vegetarian and vegan food. So I'm going to be trying this for the first time at this pretty popular Vietnamese vegetarian restaurant. So if you guys are looking for a really good vegetarian restaurant done Asian Vietnamese style, then this is the video you must watch all the way to the end of so that you can see this amazing and delicious vegetarian spread here at NDH Vegetarian. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And this is another one of those first time trying occasions, and I can say I am actually pretty excited about it. When they say vegetarian, they're not joking. They have so many things on the menu, from appetizers like spring rolls to house specialties, mixed vegetables. You can also do combo meals for 2 people, $26. They got their own version of their beef pho, which is basically soy protein. And they even have all you can eat. Look at that, all you can eat hot pot for $15.99. What a deal. So I heard that this restaurant has been here for about 10 years and the name itself, NDH, stands for Nhan Duc Hanh. I'm saying that to the best of my ability. I know it sounds pretty bad, but that's pretty much the founding grandparents' name. And all of this stuff is either vegetarian or it's vegan. So there's no meats here whatsoever, very vegetarian friendly. And you know, anything Asian vegetarian, I think it's gonna be pretty good because it's gonna have a lot of good flavors. So if you are a pho fan, especially a vegetarian pho fan, then they do have your quote-unquote beef pho, which is soy beef in there, the slices. And if you are into hot pot, they got it here, $15.99, all you can eat vegetarian hot pot. It's like a vegetarian's dream meal right here. You see that? That is all your veggies, which has the cabbage, chrysanthemum, pumpkin, carrots. And on this side, this is where you have all of your like tofu and all the soy protein that looks like meat, but it isn't. And then if you want your appetizers, you got the vegetable spring roll. And all of this is pretty much part of the family meal. Yeah, so you can do the family combo set. You get 3 different items on the menu. Like you get the shaken beef. So keep in mind, this isn't real beef. This is a vegetarian beef. And then you have your stir-fry veggies, which is eggplant, tofu, celery, mushrooms. Looks so colorful, doesn't it? And here, seaweed tofu soup. Look at how dark that seaweed color is. This is my first time trying a vegetarian restaurant of any kind. I've never even had a vegan hamburger before. That's how so out of the loop I am with vegetarian or vegan foods. I don't even know what to think. I mean, this all looks really good. It actually looks like the real deal. You know what I mean by that, right? Like with the meats and everything. So of course it's not a beef or a pork based broth. It's a vegetable, a plant-based broth. That's kind of sweet. All right, very pleasant taste. I think the noodles itself is pretty much like the pho noodles that I've had in all other pho restaurants. Yeah, so the pho noodles I've had before taste very familiar, just like what you would have in any typical pho restaurants. But this one is not familiar. This is their slices of quote-unquote beef. How do I describe what that tastes like? Like a dry tofu maybe? So I guess if you like vegan food, if you are a vegetarian, then this is your restaurant. Because vegetarians will love it, but then vegans will love it too because they have foods here that don't have the milk products or the eggs, so you're totally covered. I mean, of course, I would still prefer the real beef. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's disgusting. It's actually still very pleasant to eat. So if you are a vegetarian, you'll like it. And did I tell you that they have these spring rolls here as well? Look how big this thing is. I don't think I've ever had a spring roll like this before. Because usually the spring rolls that I had have the shrimp inside. And then sometimes the very thin slices of pork. But I think this is the first time I've had a spring roll with these kind of other foods in. Here at a vegetarian restaurant. If you have more people at the table, this rice, you just pass it along and you scoop it into your bowl. I don't have anybody else with me here today, so it's just me today. It's just me feasting on all of this vegetarian Vietnamese food, which is very exciting actually. Stir-fried veggies look so colorful. I love it. Sauce is sweet. Tofu is good. But I think I'm going to like the eggplant even more. I would definitely order that one again. Just the eggplant alone, it makes me happy when I eat it. Because that thing just melts in your mouth. I've had shaken beef quite a number of times, but this is definitely the first time I am trying the vegetarian version of it. So it definitely has that soy saucy sweet, kind of peppery flavor of the shaken beef. Well, it's always good to try something for the first time. I don't have patience to scoop this into a bowl, so I'm just going to use this big spoon and just drink it out of the bowl, just like this. So amazing. Ooh, I do see that there's some tofu underneath here as well. Okay. Tofu to me is always good. If I just ordered the seaweed soup with the tofu, I'd be very happy actually. This is a very nice meal in of itself. It's totally different from the Korean seaweed soup. What I really like about this combo set is that you get 3 different items. They're so different. Like you get the seaweed soup, which is your soup, and then you have your stir-fried veggies, which is your vegetable dish, and then the main entree is the shaken beef. So the water is boiling, so yes, let's get this on the road. Toss all my veggies in. I'm not going to have any real meat to toss in this time. I'm actually kind of sad, actually. I'm missing some real meat, okay? But you have all this, which is kind of like a substitute, kind of like the posers posing as meat. So I'm not really sure how long to cook this one, but I usually cook it at the rate of cooking vegetables, which is at least a few minutes. Once again, it tastes just like the beef one, but it's thicker though. So what do you guys think? Have you guys had vegan meat before? Drop that comment. Let me know what you think. And I see that there's the vegetarian beef as well. Okay. I think I actually like the vegetarian beef the best out of all the soy-based protein I've had so far. I mean, it just tastes very nice because it's so thin, so it just feels very easy to eat. Now here's something that I recognize, a good old-fashioned white tofu. Oh. You know, with all this food, you have to really be careful because it's like, wow, it's so burning hot. Man. Okay. For sure, I enjoy that tofu. I should also mention that it comes with this really cool tofu sheet. It's like a tofu skin. So what you're supposed to do with this is that you're supposed to break it apart and just kind of put it inside of your hot pot all around to kind of add that nice crunch to the whole thing. I'm telling you, you're not going to find too many restaurants like this in Orange County or in Los Angeles County that has Vietnamese vegetarian foods. Flavor-wise, it tastes very similar to what you have in all regular Vietnamese restaurants. I mean, all the sauces and spices were spot on. I definitely do like the hot pot because it's a hot pot, obviously. But I was very surprised by the selections in the combo set, like the seaweed soup with the tofu and the stir-fried veggie mix, which I think is fabulous here actually. So yeah, when you come here, definitely get the things that I got because these are some of the most popular things on the menu, and you'll get a taste of what all this restaurant has to offer. So they have a little bit of something for everybody. If you're a vegetarian fan, or maybe you're not a vegetarian, but you want to try a very interesting Vietnamese restaurant, then NDH is definitely a spot you got to check out. All right, guys, so before I close out this episode, I want to give a shout out to Douglas right here, the manager at NDH Restaurant. So when you come to this restaurant, tell him you saw this video and he's going to hook you up with something special. What is that, Douglas?
And it's going to be this container of the pandan leaf mung bean jelly.
That is rockin'. So yes, mention this episode and you're going to get one of these with dine-in. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. You know what to do. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next food adventure.